Hey guys, PJ45 here. I just watched that episode of Supernatural. I still haven't seen the Scooby Doo one yet, but I know about the Scooby Doo one thanks to film theory. So Supernatural crosses over Scooby Doo, and I learned that from film theory. But I just found out at Alice in Wonderland. I mean, not Alice in Wonderland. What am I thinking? I'm fucking stupid. What was it? The Wizard of Oz is in the same universe as Supernatural. Because the show I just watched, you meet Dorothy, you meet the Wicked Witch, and it ties, and they made the story tie in to the books of Wizard of Oz, and it ties in nicely with Supernatural. Um, the whole episode is about they knock over a jar trying to make a angel locator, and they knocked over a jar off of a shelf that they had to move, and that jar had Dorothy and the Wicked Witch stuck in it. Dorothy, it turned out to be a hunter, and the books are not completely truthful. Some of the book is lies, some of the book is fictional, and and it's that way to cover up what happened to her that her father did. But there were hints of how to kill the witch, because apparently no one could figure out how to kill the witch. They tried, but they couldn't. Um, Turns out they had to use the magic slippers, I guess. Well, they were more like high heels, but apparently they're not magical. They were just stabbable. And Charlie, who was in this episode, she's a girl, hits the Wicked Witch in the back of the head with it, which weakens it, and then hits it in the front of the head and kills it. And I'm like, when I was watching this, I'm like, that's not magical. You could do that with another heal. There's a little gag when there's a little gag when Dorothy is going into her motorcycle, and on the side of the motorcycle it says magic broomstick. Anyways, she is going through a bag on her motorcycle, and she pulls out a robot head, and that was the Tin Man, and she said he didn't make it. I thought that was a little bit funny. Um, the Wicked Witch wasn't green skinned. It was like a real. It was in the. It was a witch in the style of Supernatural, where Supernatural takes place in the real world. Uh, in the it takes place in the real world, and it all the monsters and demons and angels come from real history, like fictional histories, but histories that are myths and legends, like not fictional like Wizard Oz was, but um like the witch trials that they said people were witches and they killed them because they believed they're witches. And stuff and other stuff like that. um they go off of religious history books sometimes. Sometimes Roman mythology history books too. Norse god history books also. And Native American legends and a whole bunch of stuff. So when the Wicked Witch, you see her, she looks like a real witch, like one that you would see at the witch trials. And and uh, her father was a pencil pusher kind of guy. He's like he wasn't a hunter. He was equivalent of a hunter. People who study this stuff write down what they learned and stuff. They don't hunt like hunters. They hunt in a different way. And um he's a little bit distressed about his daughter uh being a hunter. But he did he all the way into his retirement he tried to get her back and figure out what happened to her. He thought she went to Oz, but she did not go to Oz. She actually trapped herself in a jar with the Wicked Witch for 30 years, 40 years. It was either 50 or 40 or 30 years. Around that time it was. And then she got free after those years. And she got free by accident by a jar breaking on the ground from them moving a shelf out of the way. It was a very good episode, and it made my day knowing that more of other stuff is in the same universe. Because I believe every book, video game, movie, stories, legends, myths, all take place in the same universe. I'll explain more in a different video. So, see you 5 hours later. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you 5 hours later.